moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills. Steven Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from New Era Field. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. He rifles one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out come the Bills. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Safety position, and Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. Now he'll turn and throw deep back into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half. Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do? Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. Keenum to throw on second down, eluding the pressure right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and just like that, it's third down. They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage. I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Let's go.
On third down, it's Hunt, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was on to something a little more advantageous. Austin 10. After the INT on the last drive. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is down deep. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy. He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. Out of the gun, Lauletta. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3. Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team? And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it. Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive. Poor punter. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. On second down, here's Keenum. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Now it's Keenum. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Able to get there and pick it. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Lauletta. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bird. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And Ingram holds it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Giants add on to their lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. Quarterback throws the fade, and that's one where really the receiver just has to make a play, right?
Brandon, all you're asking your quarterback to do is put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. Let your guy get it and no one else. That makes it a very, very difficult play to defend.
Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away.
Yeah, right. They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. His tight end Clay, the intended receiver. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Lauletta. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. this one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the pressure gets to him again. Kareem Martin in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He got 29 yards that time.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 24. The pitch goes to Barkley. Open space inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And his kick is good. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And the Bills getting set to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Set! 319! 319!
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Gone!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
Come on, now.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And a rout is on here in this first half. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Hang on here. They declined that. So the yardage will stand.
There has to be confusion coming from the bench to the field about what their intentions are, because you guarantee they want the penalty. Turn down that big yardage gained against them. Instead, they turn down the penalty, and the yardage stands.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
This is Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Evans, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Lauletta. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
You got three down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Hot.
Back to throw. Jackson's got it over the middle. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Check your hot read.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Gun. Hot. All right, now, look at.
They're going to look to throw. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Letting one go deep for a noon one. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think will.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills claw one back. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka with the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3-19. 3-19.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. He's going to launch this. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you put in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun, escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They run with Hunt. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here we go! Blue 90!
He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now out come the Giants. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Walletta again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. A shotgun snap to Walletta. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it first and 10. Here's Lawletta. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants just continue to pour it on.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Here's Lawletta. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Bills on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Over. Detroit.
They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Jordan Evans in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, you know, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Now Lawletta on 1st down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Chris Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Green.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
No. Check. Patriot.
Lawletta on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A first down carry for Barkley. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Barkley. And some room to roam now. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Able to shake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's Lawletta now on second. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Here's Hunt, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch it now, Barney.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together,